Nonverbal communication occurs without using words, but sometimes still contains a vocal element of some type. This type of communication can be powerful, because clues can give you an idea of what the communicator really means. Several characteristics help to define nonverbal communication. These characteristics include the recognition that communication is always occurring due to nonverbal signals, that nonverbal signals tend to influence our relationships with people, and that nonverbal signals can also be ambiguous, meaning different things to different people, in different contexts. Representing emotions in mediated messages is possible with emoticons, using keyboard characters, or emojis, graphic icons. In addition, when a message is sends a message about how the person is feeling, which can also be misinterpreted by the receiver. Emblems are messages that are not verbal, but understood by others in that culture. Understanding of those symbols is influenced by culture, though some are more universally recognized. Nonverbal behaviors influence the stages of relationship forming. At the beginning of the relationship, we observe nonverbal cues, while we're providing our own nonverbal cues about how we feel, which can be sustained or changed as the relationship progresses. In order to control verbal interactions, communicators can use nonverbal signals to provide clues for the message receiver. How we look, act, and sound can be more important in meeting our goals than the words we speak. Thus, nonverbal behaviors can help communicators to satisfy their wants and needs in a variety of ways. Nonverbal communication can influence how one feels about themselves. Many findings indicate that specific types of nonverbal behaviors can influence a communicator. Many times, individuals are deceptive, and nonverbal factors can provide clues to the deceptiveness of a communicator, which provides useful information that should be considered before jumping to any conclusions about the intent of the communicator. In order to get others to see us the way we want them to see us, we can nonverbally use the way we act, the way we look, and the things we surround ourselves with. Small differences like this can influence attraction. A primary way we communicate nonverbally is through physical movement of our bodies, the study of which is called kinesics. The context within which the nonverbal behavior occurs can also influence its meaning. The way we unconsciously hold our bodies and move our limbs can indicate a wide variety of messages. Haptics, the study of touching, tells us that there are benefits to physical touch. Touching in the United States, however, is more socially appropriate for women than it is for men. Your voice plays a role in communication as rate, tempo, volume, pitch, tone, accent, and disfluencies, such as pauses, all describe how a language is spoken, called paralanguage. Vocal cues influence listeners in a variety of ways, including things like intent and sarcasm. The space around communicators influences how those individuals communicate. Proxemics, the study of how space influences communication, tells us that there are several zones of distance that create one's sense of personal space: intimate, personal, social, and public distance. In addition to our physical selves, we adopt the space around us as an extension of ourselves. Communicators react in different ways based on when and how people violate that space. Culture influences how communicators understand time. Some cultures emphasize things like punctuality, monochronic, while others emphasize more flexible schedules, polychronic, which influences everything from status, culture, to relationships. Physical attractiveness can affect the interaction between two people, because it can influence how one communicator perceives another in both positive and negative ways. To some extent, attractiveness can be controlled, and evidence suggests the more we get to know another person, the more attractive they tend to appear. The way an individual dresses may influence how others judge us, from the amount of money one makes, to how sophisticated they are. Physical environment can shape the kind of interaction that takes place in it, as well as quality of the relationships of those communicating within the physical space. Environment also influences perception in virtual spaces as well.